Hey everybody, it's Amy with Simply Easy in the Kitchen. I am here to give you some practical help and tips. Who would love a recipe for watermelon slushies? Doesn't that sound amazing? So I've got this great watermelon lemonade slushy recipe that we're gonna make, but I'm also gonna give you some tips on how to pick out watermelon and how to cube a watermelon in seconds. It's really cool. So let's first talk about the watermelon. I picked one out. Rounder is usually better. Another tip is, you know, often how you see, like, I don't know how well you can see these, maybe on this side. You can see, now this is a spot where it was on the ground, but you can also see almost like scarring, like little brown marks on here where it almost seems like the skin is split. These are all signs of sugar trying to get out of the watermelon. So that's actually a really good sign. It means there's more sugar in the watermelon, which means it's going to taste sweeter. The other trick I picked up recently is, can you take at least 2 fingers and cover up the light green and have the dark green on either side? If there's a 2-finger width of light green, that's actually a sign that the watermelon's more mature too. So there you go. All right, so now I'm gonna show you how I cube a watermelon super fast, because sometimes we all want those little, you know, the nice little triangle pieces, but other times we don't. So I'm going to take my Pampered Chef 8-inch knife. Now, our forage cutlery knives, holy cow, they are going to cut through anything like it's butter. So a lot of people struggle with various different things. I'm actually gonna scooch this. With cutting things, this is actually really nice because it just goes through it like it's nothing at all. See that? All right, so let's tuck one of these over here. And then next, I'm going to take this, and you'll notice when I'm holding the knife, I'm actually choking up on it. I've got my finger and my thumb actually on the blade, and then wrap the rest of my hand around it. That's a really good way to help you make sure that you're actually controlling the knife, and the knife isn't just flopping around wherever it feels like going. All right. So for the purpose of this, we're just going to show you one of these. And I want to point out too, I'm using our large groove cutting board. It's got silicone, this great part is silicone around the edges so that it actually sits firmly on my counter. It's not going to slip, it's not going to move even if there's liquid underneath it. And I don't have to worry about maybe, you know, getting cut or hurt. But also, more importantly for this particular situation, for pineapples, for cantaloupes, any kind of melons, fruits, anything juicy like maybe a pork roast or whole chickens you're trying to take apart, this will hold a 1/4 cup of liquid. So all that extra liquid is going to go in here instead of making a mess on your counter and then potentially on your floor and potentially causing an accident. All right, so you'll see I'm cutting off each of these ends. And then I'm going to hold it upright like this. And I'm actually going to go and I'm going to cut a curve off of the rind. And this is what's going to allow me to actually cube the whole thing crazy fast. The other thing you might not even realize that I'm doing, because a lot of people don't really think about this, is when I'm doing a lot of, you know, cooking, especially when I'm dealing with anything that might have scraps to it, I always place a bowl on my counter, and it allows me to have my own little garbage bowl, and then it helps keep my whole area neat, clean, and easy for me to work with. All right, so now I've got this chunk. I'm just gonna go ahead and make some long cuts through here, and one last one, and then I'm gonna turn it on its side. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Yum. And scooch it around a little bit. Turn it at an angle. All right, do you see where I'm going with this here? See how this is gonna be so easy for me to turn this into cubes. So now I've got that done, and now I just go back. And look at this. I've got all my cubes. And how long did that actually take me? Like no time at all, right? All right, so I've got this watermelon cut, and I'm gonna take this and use this for whatever. But what I wanna show you is I need about 3 cups. Oops. Couldn't find my measuring cup. So I've got our Easy Read measuring cup here. What I like about it is this comes with a set of 4. There's a 1/4 cup, a 1 cup, 2 cup, and a 4 cup. And it's all clear. And you're actually reading the measuring markings as you're looking down in here. I'm going to take our handy scraper and I am just going to grab about 3 cups of the melon. And a little bit more. All right, that's about 3 cups, and that's all we need. And it's so good. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, our blender. Now we have a cooking blender, which really throws people off because they don't know what that means. But a cooking blender actually has a heating element in it. We're the first company in the United States to bring this over. Came over from Europe. Now we're not going to need the heating element. We're actually just going to take some ice, which I have right here, and we're going to dump about 2 cups of ice in there. We've got about 3 cups of watermelon, and this is where I cheat. Now you have 2 options. You can either get, those little thin paper Kool-Aid packets of lemonade. You can actually add one of those to this. I happen to have a can of frozen pink lemonade juice concentrate, and I'm going to add like, not a lot, just maybe like a 1/4 to a 1/3 of the container. And of course now I'm afraid it's going to like pop open and get all over the place. All right, so we're just going to take this and I'm going to eyeball it, because I just want like a 1/4 to a 1/3 of it in there, but just enough to give that, flavoring. So this is concentrate. You don't need a lot in there. We're just making a couple of cups of slushy. This is going to make probably about 2 to 3 servings, depending on what you're looking for. But we're just going to take this and pop the lid on it, and I am on custom blend, and I'm just going to press start, and here we go. All right, that's how easy that is. Oh my gosh, so easy. And we're gonna take our quick stir pitcher, which this is the 2 quart, and then we also have a 1 gallon, but I'm just gonna pour this into here. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to drink this. And pop this on top, and you know what? Oh my gosh, isn't that great? Let me just go and get a cup. I love these little mug cups. These are actually jelly jars we've had in my family for years. And we love just serving just fun little cute drinks out of them. And look at that. Pop a straw in there, go ahead and drink it. Oh my gosh, it's so good. But it's slushy. So you can even freeze this. You can add vodka to it. You could add some tequila to it. I mean, you could really do anything with this and it would be so good. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you had fun with it. Please let me know if you have any questions. And as always, I am here to make your life simply easy in the kitchen. Thanks, everybody.